Hello, everyone. My name is Shad. Welcome to Absent Minds. I'm here with my good friend, Octavio.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Today, we're going to do a little small reaction to something rather serious and political.
We do political on the channel?
We're going to do political on this channel. You're probably not going to like it, but yeah, today we're doing why America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. And this is from a show called The NewsRoom on HBO, written by Aaron Sorkin, who did The Social Network. I don't know if you've ever seen The Social Network.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Great fucking movie. Love that movie.
Great.
Best movie of the decade. It is starring that guy. I don't remember his name.
George.
No.
Paul.
No. Paul is close. Jeff Daniels. Could not get that out. He's from Dumb and Dumber.
Now that you mention it, I can get it out of my head.
What? Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb
Bro,
and Dumber.
like it's so hard to unsee him.
Yeah.
as him in Dumb and Dumber, but you know nothing about this, right?
I have never heard of this.
Never heard of it. Never heard of the speech. You never seen the speech?
No.
This speech was like really popular for a while. Like I've seen it everywhere on social media. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna check this out. We're gonna give our opinions on why America sucks, and how we feel.
Run it.
Let us know how you feel.
Sorry,
it's a weird place to start at.
Here tonight, whether you lean right or left?
I voted for candidates run by both major parties.
Let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say in one sentence or less what? You know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
I hate that answer.
The New York Jets.
No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Here we come.
I want to pose this question to you. Do you have an answer for it?
Hell yeah.
Do you? Do you think, okay, let's start with, do you think America is a great country?
Yep.
Okay, that's because you're an immigrant. That's different.
But that's the thing, though.
That's
That's
a biased opinion.
Is it?
Yes, bitch.
It is. 100% it is.
It is, yeah.
But I don't think you can see it unless you come from a different perspective.
Unless you're here from a different country and you're like getting this opportunity to do the things that you're doing, I can understand it being like, that's what makes it great, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Like if you're from just a different country and you're just like, they're giving this opportunity to me to do great shit, I understand.
Because actually, if you ask any immigrant, for the most part, I can think of anyone who'd be like, I hate this fucking country.
That's not an immigrant?
That is not an immigrant, yeah.
That is an immigrant, I'm sorry.
No, if you ask any immigrant,
yeah, they would say it's a great country?
it's most likely that everybody's gonna be like, it's a great country.
Okay.
Almost nobody's gonna be like, I hate this fucking country.
Honestly, that's a very valid point. That's a very good point, you're right.
And the other side of the coin, if you ask any or most Americans, they'll be like,
It's a great country?
this place sucks.
I don't know about that. It depends on who you ask.
Well, yeah, it depends who you're talking to.
It depends on who you're talking to. Someone like me,
percentage-
this place sucks.
Burn it to the ground.
But I see what you're saying. Most people,
That's actually a very good question. I give you my answer, but I gotta ask you the same question.
my question,
Afterwards.
listen, this place sucks. America's not a good country. I'm sorry to say it, it's not.
Why?
Why is it not a good country? It's just like, the shit that they promise you is nowhere near what you're gonna get.
Okay.
And the shit that they just like you expect to be treated right and fairly, but it's not, you're not gonna get treated right and fairly. You know? Like it's just like, it's a lot of things being told to you that aren't true and a lot of things that are promised that are never gonna come true.
Okay.
It is what it is. I've accepted it though. Most people don't accept the fact that America sucks. Which is fine. It's fine that it sucks. It's fine it's a shitty country. Like, just accept that it's a shitty country. Do something to fix it. Don't just be like, no, it's great. Stop lying to yourself. It's not.
Most people they don't even realize anything.
Yeah, most people realize that nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
They just assume that
I gotta go to
everything's
work.
I gotta go to work. Everything's all happy and dandy. No, it's not. It's poop. But I understand.
Interesting.
I understand where you're coming from, though.
Huh.
As an immigrant, I get it completely.
Also, I think I understand where you're coming from.
From where I'm coming from,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's just.
Because you know, like the first person to tell me that answer. As a citizen.
Oh, I'm not the first person to tell you that. Yeah, of course. Most citizens think that way.
Yeah.
Most rationally open-minded citizens think that way.
Yeah.
Everyone else who's kind of just stuck in their ways kind of just would never ever admit it. You know? It is what it is, though. Let's continue.
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom.
Someone in the crowd, it sucks!
You trash!
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
Out of context, that is very strange. I understand.
Well, our
Out
Constitution
of context?
is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
James
Oh, yeah.
Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you.
Jesus. I'm just a little cranky.
Yeah, because the whole time during this whole
What about
like
the
interview,
people?
he hasn't really been answering questions like politically.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with a straight face, you're gonna tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom?
Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain.
Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl.
Just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day,
There's some things you should know, and one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
She's not happy.
No, she's not happy. What do you expect, though?
Actually, none of these people are happy.
Yeah, because you can't say shit like that on live.
So you're supposed to be like a...
So they're all like news anchors,
Okay.
and they're basically being interviewed at this college, and it's on television right now. So, literally, it's basically like, you can't just be on television and be like, America sucks. That's why everyone's kind of like shocked and like, the fuck is going on?
But do you agree with what he said?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you mean?
I think it was a fact.
It was more of a fact than,
It
I
was
mean,
facts.
he probably could have put it in a little bit nicer way. But yeah, he said we lead the country in prisoners, people who believe in God, and defense spending. There's only 3 things. America is America.
He forgot one though.
What?
School shootings.
Oh, hella school shootings. I don't think it was that as bad back then as it is right
No, it
now.
wasn't.
Huh?
I don't think it was.
Bro, we've had 3 in 1 month. How do you feel about that?
About what?
The gun situation. It's a touchy
I do-
topic, but I have to bring it up because it's
No,
like,
it's good because we gotta talk about it.
yeah, it's the most important thing that's going on in the news right now.
I do think guns are to blame, but at the same time, I do think mental health
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
way more important.
Now, do you believe that they should do the background check thing?
Yeah.
I do too, but like at the same time, I feel like that's easy to fail. I mean, easy to pass. Because you can be completely stable one day and just like fucking lose your shit another day.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, even if you make it like super hard and strict and follow the law to get any gun,
Yeah.
especially rifles.
Yeah.
A person, if you want to get a gun, you're gonna find a way to get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the gun itself, yeah, make it hard to
To get a gun?
to get around it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to stop shootings.
No, it's not going
In
to
my
stop
head.
shooting at all. No, you're right. It's not going to stop shooting. Because people are going to figure out a way to get the guns, for sure.
There's one video that I saw on YouTube back in the day that changed my fucking perspective on shootings. It's from a guy who, it's a TED Talk. It's why I almost became a school shooter.
Okay.
It's about a guy who was this close to shoot up a place
Really?
because he was horrible childhood. And it got so bad in high school, like only one friend that he had. That's all the positive reinforcement that he had. And he got to the point that he was like, I just need attention. I'm going to shoot up the place.
All right.
And when he was about to do it, the friend like did something and he changed his mind.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all it takes is one
But
person.
even these guys like started crying. He's like, yeah, it's this. The moment that you start criminalizing kids that want to shoot up places, you don't realize that they're just fucking running away from something else.
Something else, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I highly recommend it.
I'll go watch that. I love Tech Talks. But I also do think that we should control the type of guns that get handed out.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, I don't think everyone needs an AR.
So what about you? What do you think about this situation?
The gun situation, the shooting situation, I'm in the same boat as you. I feel like it's more the person than anything else, but I do also think we should control how we get the guns in or out, or at least control how people are getting them.
Yeah, that's it.
Because people can't buy dildos in Texas, but they can buy guns, and it just fucking baffles me.
Isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't it crazy?
It's the weirdest thing in the world to me. What people like prioritize as like illegal and legal. It's so crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know where people's head is when they pass these stupid laws, but like, no one needs an AK-47 in a fucking suburban neighborhood. It's like people are blind.
We're desensitized.
We are desensitized at this point. We are desensitized at it. I think the ones with the kids kind of open some people's eyes a little bit, but even then, because the last few ones that just happened, I haven't heard anyone talk about it at all.
That's another thing. There's so much crap going on.
Yeah.
Then if you get like, if you get caught in one, there's already three like right in front of you.
Yeah.
So you got
There's
some
already
shit
several
going on.
other ones already coming
Yeah.
in, and it's just like, oh, it's so overwhelming. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, America is the greatest country in the world.
America's great though. Everyone's face is like, well,
For real. What is she gonna say?
nothing.
Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured disease, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men, men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
Got him.
It's pretty easy, pretty quick and easy.
I would disagree with that.
Disagree with which what? With part?
Everything he said
Why?
right now.
You mean the stuff about how we used to be?
We used to be the greatest country in the world.
Mm,
Because in my head, we still are.
shut the fuck.
No, really.
Okay, let's
Hear me out. Hear me
okay,
out,
go
hear me
ahead.
out.
Go ahead. I want to hear this
When I say
bullshit.
when I say we are, I mean any person, any single person in this country has the ability to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
From shooting up a place
Okay.
to
Saving,
changing,
curing cancer.
doing something great.
Yeah.
Something that you can do in many other countries, including the country that I'm from.
Okay. Okay. True, but a lot of the time, people don't have the means to do something great. Does that make sense? Or like we'll try to do something great and it just goes nowhere because the people in charge are not letting it go somewhere.
Like who?
Like mostly like just the House or the representatives, or just like when you need a specific law to be passed, you can't pass it because they're in the way. Or if you want this cure for something to go out into the market, someone's gonna stand in your way to just be like, no, we're not gonna do that because it's not gonna make us money. Some shit like that. There's always people who are trying to get benefited for themselves to where they're not gonna help you out. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like back then, like what he was saying is like, I don't know. Like back then, like when Lincoln passed the Emancipation Proclamation, like even though he didn't do that for his own benefit. He did that because it's like, we're freeing slaves. We gotta stop doing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just like people could do things for the right reasons, except nowadays it's like people are doing things to get something in it. Like there's something in it for them.
100% with you, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That being said, I still have optimism that there's people in this country that want to make it better.
Oh, I agree with that too. I know there's like several people who want to make a change,
Yeah.
like who want to do something better. But it's like you have to be in a certain position to do so.
I don't think so. Though. As an immigrant, I can tell you that if you really want it and you work for it,
Okay, listen.
you can get it.
How big of a change are we talking about? Because from your perspective, I can understand. Like you've done very well as someone who just came from another country and came to America and like started a whole life. So you've gotten a lot. You've done very well. But for someone who's like trying to make big changes,
For example?
like in the entire world, like the whole Black Lives Matter stuff.
Okay.
Like they wanted to pass the laws of like, retraining officers on how to actually treat people and not like be brutal as fuck. But nothing happened because certain people would not let it happen. You can't pass the law.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a lot of big changes that could be made, but you have to be in a specific position of power to make those changes. Does that make sense?
100% makes sense. But my optimistic brain is giving me answers.
Your optimistic vein is about to make me throw up. It ain't as bad as it used to be, but it's still like, there's still some things you can work on. But we don't have the right people out here changing it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. If anything, I think we have the wrong people
We have the wrong people out here changing it.
trying to change it
Yeah.
for themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Because even the Black Lives Matter group, I heard they were taking money. I hate that.
I heard that too.
God, that's so ass. That's what we deal with here in America. I'm telling you, like everybody's in it for themselves. If it doesn't benefit them, they're not gonna do anything about it.
Most people, but not everybody.
Most people are like that, but not everyone. I will admit, not everyone.
That's the thing that changes my mind when I hear America sucks. Because he sucks for what he said, he's 100% right.
Yeah.
Facts. But let's say 60% of it sucks, but the 40%, in my head, it compensates for everything else.
So you think that 40% makes up for all this shitty 60%?
Yep. 100%.
That's not how math works. That's not how math works at all.
Damn, that's what
That
I failed.
60% is
That's
fucking
when I
us.
failed my test.
60% is over here raw dogging us.
But it's not, well, in my head it's not, it's better because it's more. In my head it's better because it's
No,
still there.
It's still something. It's
Yeah.
better than 0%.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I agree with that. I can understand that completely because it's like there's still hope. I don't know. I hate when that felt wrong coming out of my mouth.
I think his lips are burning.
My lips are on fire.
But I gotta say, I do see it from your point of view too. Because have you ever lived anywhere else besides Japan and the US?
In the U.S., yeah,
Where?
lived all throughout the South: Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Arkansas.
No, somewhere else besides.
Besides the states?
Japan and
Oh,
the States.
no, not at all. Just those two.
So all you ever known is just America.
Just America, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. But I mean, like, I've been able to see people for what they are. Like I've seen how people act, different cultures, different ethnicities, different races and shit like that, different religions, and like I've seen how people are and how people act and how people can act and how people shouldn't act, just from like moving around and seeing all this other shit, So it's like it's kind of like molded my brain to be like, well, this country could be way better than what it is.
Right.
As
I gotta say, you're way fucking open-minded.
Huh? Me? I'm way
You're
more.
hella open-minded.
I am open-minded because I just like. I don't know. It's just like. You see shit. I've seen shit. It's just. Because I even seen people who are very closed-minded, and it just blows my mind. Like you have, this is a computer. There's a whole computer right here, and you can just Google shit and just be like. Learn stuff on your own. Like it's not hard to like figure out what's bad and what's not bad. And like the thing he said is like people identify by who they voted on in the last election. That could not be more truer. I've never heard a more truer statement in my life, especially nowadays. It's way worse.
Nowadays.
It's way worse nowadays. Every time someone's like, people don't even tell me like they voted for Trump or nothing like that. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, bro. Like,
Right.
It's so crazy to me that people really are afraid to tell you who they voted for.
And it's crazy because nowadays it's not even like you can't even have like a normal conversation about politics.
No, you
Usually
can't.
it triggers like
It
something
pisses people off.
negative, yeah.
It's so crazy to me that that's how it is.
Yeah.
You feel like they were like this back when George Washington was running for president?
Yeah.
You're probably right.
You're all phony.
You're probably right. They probably didn't like that nigga either. You know what? Never mind. I agree because
I don't think so.
I think so.
You think so?
Back then?
Like how
Like it is now? Yeah, 100%.
No way.
That's why they killed Abraham Lincoln. What do you mean? They shot that nigga in the head.
Oh yeah.
They,
Forget about that. Oh my god, he got shot.
He got shot, bro. I'm pretty sure they was the same way back then, honestly. Honest to God, I'm pretty sure it was. There's always people who hate the president. There's always people who love it. I think that's how it's gonna be forever.
Now that you said that, I'm like, he's 100% right.
What?
Because I was thinking, politics, 2022 politics is like the worst ever. You're like, nah, shit back in the day's been the same. Like this ideology, it's ingrained in the country.
Yes, it is.
And you're fucking right.
Yeah, it's been like that for forever.
The Civil War started because of this shit.
because of the presidency.
Yeah.
Because of politics.
In a horrible way, it kind of makes me feel okay.
Why does that make you feel okay?
Because this shit happened before.
Oh,
this
because
shit
it's-
happened many times before.
So you're just saying it's normal at this point?
It's like a cycle.
Yeah. I think what we were talking about before we started filming was that now that we're adults, it's festered on us more. Like we care about it more because like we're adults now. We're older. Like back then it was probably just as bad back then, but we didn't
notice
care
it.
enough. We weren't paying attention. But now that we're older and we're paying attention, I think it's like we see it as like even worse now.
Yeah.
Because I remember, George Bush Al Gore situation where they were doing this recount. I remember it like being like hectic. But back then I didn't know anything about it. I didn't give a shit.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I was like...
Heard about it, I was like, oh, they're counting again. Okay, cool. Time to go to school. Like, didn't give a shit at all.
On a positive note, you know when was the last time the country was the closest and the most united
When?
in the most recent history?
What?
9/11.
Is that the one we were most united?
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah. It's been like interviews or documentaries.
Yeah.
They were interviewing people from all the political spectrum, and everybody was like united. All right, let's fucking go back to these terrorists. Let's unite and pass the law. Let's help each other out.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but we need like
That is
catastrophes.
that is a big tragedy. You're right. We do need some catastrophes
For us
to
to get
bring us
united.
together. Yeah. Yeah. You can say that about the same thing with the George Floyd stuff. Like it was a huge tragedy, but it kind of brought the entire world together.
Yeah, the fucking entire world.
The
yeah.
entire world together. Yeah. So that is true. That is true. Tragedies do bring people together. Unfortunately, that's how that works.
I think it's a saying that I saw or heard somewhere. For us to unite, we have to have a common enemy.
Enemy?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Because
Though.
when we don't have it, we make each other our enemies.
Yeah, you're right. That is true. We just argue amongst each other and then civil war. I highly recommend, if you guys never seen the Newsroom, go watch the Newsroom. It's really good. Thoroughly enjoy it. There's only 3 seasons, so But yeah. Also, let me know in the comments, what do you think about America? Because I kind of want to know. I know that, never mind.
No, definitely let us know.
Definitely let us know.
Or, if you want, you can text us.
Oh yeah, text us. Text us. Call me. Call me.
I'm gonna give you a number. You personal number.
Let me know, bro. Tell us. Let us know in the comments.
So yeah, you can text us at 702-509-2199. That's sign language for hell yeah.
That's sign language for
For fuck you.
fuck you. I don't know sign language. I wish I did though. Yeah, tell us how you feel about America.
Yeah.
Text us, tweet us, Instagram us. Like this video. Because he's an immigrant and we don't want him in here. So let us know.
Please let me stay.
Let us know what you think about his con. Let us know, and then yeah, let us know, because you know he has a different perspective on it, and I understand it completely. And I have a different perspective on it because my skin tone. Just let us know, because I know this is a touchy subject. Please be open-minded in the comments. If someone says something you don't agree with, that doesn't mean fucking destroy them or be rude. This is a normal conversation to have that should be had, and just, you know, speak on it.
Yeah. Try to open up like the way that we open up.
Yeah, exactly. Open up. Understand everyone's viewpoint. We are all one.
Sword fighting, apparently.
Yeah. Sword fight in the comments. All right, guys, that was gonna be it.
All right.
We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.